Kia ora guys, welcome to Talking About Sports here with Raman this afternoon. Yeah, fantastic result over the weekend. The Warriors smashing the Cronulla Sharks 40 points to 10. The last few weeks, basically the last 6 to 8 weeks, Warriors have been, on the edge of their seat as fans, watching nail bite wins. Wins a win at all costs, especially during the regular season, but that was a much needed win to help the Warriors' points differential and to also cement their place in the top four for yet another week. It's good seeing the boys, on the rise, coming together, players. Shania Harris-Tavares had a really good month. Stand-up players for me, Aaron Clark was just fantastic again. The bench players, Dimitri Vaunga, Jacob Laban, they had some really good runs. Definitely Halasima has been, stand out this season so far. And Chance just keeps proving in the defensive reads at fullback that he is still the number one man for the fullback spot in the Warriors. Key matchup that was stand out for me was James Fisher-Harris against Adam Fonua-Blake. I felt like he shut down Fonua-Blake very quickly, and I do believe that was part of the game plan in Andrew Webster's mind was to shut down Adam Fonua-Blake and Nico Hines and not allow any of the forwards to get any momentum through for the Sharks side of things. Basically the Sharks had a full string team, and to get spanked like they did against the Warriors on their home field, there is something definitely brewing in the Warriors camp at the moment. I can just feel it. They have only lost to the Melbourne Storm early on in the season as the only game away in Australia they've lost. So, yeah, they've had a fantastic run so far. The sides they've played on early, have shaped up to where they are now. They do have some tough games coming up. Panthers, Broncos, they are out of the 8 currently at this stage. But anything can change come, July, August, September time. And we're getting to crunch time in rugby league. So it's fantastic. The honesty of the game for me, the turning point was definitely the second half. 12-10 at halftime. The boys just pumped on 28 unanswered points. And, the Sharks were just on the back foot throughout the whole second half. So you'd be scratching your head as a Sharks fan wondering where did it all go wrong in the second half. I can tell you a number of things. The Warriors just fucking turned up. It was the first time in a few seasons that I've seen the boys actually put on a performance where they thrashed them. Yeah, it was close in the first half. I was a little worried that the Sharks were going to come back into the game, but all those defensive reads and players actually just holding each other accountable and stepping in and helping where areas are needed. I felt Dylan Watene-Zelezniak definitely had a much better game. He's now had about 2 to 4 games under his belt now since his wrist injury. It's just showing that on Saturday night he actually had a really good game, first proper game of the season. Still needs to work on his defensive reads, but I think that will come over time. And, the players are stepping up without Barnett in the squad. And, they potentially lost Capewell for the Origin game 2. So, in terms of that, they most likely will be without him for the Panthers game that following Saturday. If these players are just stepping up week in, week out, I can see that the Panthers game in a week and a half's time next Saturday will be a good game to watch. And the Panthers only just managed to beat the Tigers by 18-4 at CommBank Stadium. So it is a bit of a worry for the Panthers there, but I think, if the Warriors keep the momentum, they've been traveling so fucking well this season, like so well. And that's been, the most surprising thing, and they've only lost once at home to the Raiders in that 2 matchups they've lost in Vegas and at home. So, they're still there. They're there or thereabouts. They're safe in the top 8 for another month. So, and with a couple of buys coming up with this round, with this week, hold that thought. So I had to sneeze on that one. Yeah, with the bye coming up this round, and the Panthers and Broncos following the next 2 weeks, yeah, they've proven pretty well so far. Player of the match definitely was Chanel Harris to beat against the Sharks. He's just phenomenal with the try assists as well as 2 tries and over 100 metres, around 150 run metres, as far as I'm aware from what I read. Absolute stat peddler, and he's, I feel like the halves are slowly coming together. Players need to continuously step up, especially for those players that get injured. Rocky Berry hopefully should be back for the Panthers game, so just keeping you an update there. But yep, that's me this week on the Warriors. Not much to say than, being a proud and faithful Warriors fan no matter what. And, it was so much better. Well, it was a lot better having the Warriors play this Saturday night than, the last couple of weeks being on this Sunday. Oh, God. Sunday games, the worst. Anyways, that's me. Peace out. Have a good one. Bye.